Robinson said to family members that Kirk was, quote, full of hate, was spreading hate. And the slogans on the bullet casings, the round casings, hey, fascist, catch. So knowing that this shooter shares the ideology, could be a part of Antifa, and has a radicalized leftist ideology at that point in time, was not only something of value, it was necessary, because many of you were about to go to church. Many of you were going to be in public settings. Many of you were still on the menu, to be clear. So we do have some updates that as of this morning, and there's news that's still unfolding. The killer, Charlie Kirk's killer, is refusing to confess. He's refusing to work with authorities. But if you want to know where we line up right now today with Tyler Robinson, here it is again.
A big screw you, Tyler Robinson. I hope that you get inside yourself, then burn in hell. A big screw you, Tyler Robinson. Your evil movement's starting today, and your boyfriend's gay. You're both just gay.
And by the way, that's no small thing. They are both true. Just gay. Just to be clear, this is what happens. The fact that we in 2025, that the media is debating, and we'll get to the fact that some people think this person is right wing. I'll give you a rundown. The fact that they're talking about this young person's roommate, who is a biological male, who he is in a romantic relationship with, but he's transitioning. So I guess he's heteronormative in it. No, you're gay. You're having sex with a man who wants to at some point in the future claim that they're a woman. You don't get out of this on a I'm not gay in the future IOU. That's not how it works. It's gay. Any other time in history, hey, are you a man? Yeah. Your roommate, is that your lover? Yes. Is he a man? Yes. You're gay.
Good. Oh, he's not gay. He's just attracted to feminine penis.
Right. Exactly. That's the gaslighting that has been taking place, where you've been made to feel crazy, where they want to tell you, no, wait, you're Nazi, you're a fascist, you're a racist. So actually, you've been fomenting violence. By the way, this man who has sex with men, if you say that he's gay, that's more hateful than, murder. So let me give you a few key facts here.
He's
we don't need to
love prison.
Yeah. No, I think prison's gonna love him.
They're not dressed up.
Yeah.
They're not putting up makeup and wigs in prison.
Yeah, and they don't ask for consent.
I don't know. I haven't been to prison. Maybe they do dress up.
Well, no. Here's what: send him to an all-women prison. That's hell for him.
That's actually a good point.
Not the right hole in sight. I'm sorry.
That's absolutely.
And also, I believe he's only attracted to white men.
Yeah, so he's also.
So there's going to be that problem.
That is a problem, because his penis is a member of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yep.
So key facts here, because again, this is what happens. Everything gets convoluted. The shooter is a leftist. The shooter is gay. Lived with and had a relationship with a man who claims he's transitioning. The shooter, just to be clear, is not a groyper, which is a myth that has been going around. The left has been trying to paint this terrorist as a right-wing Trump supporter. And you see some of these posts up in front of you. We'll make all the references available. They have millions upon millions of views, impressions, and unfortunately, it might be working. I also want to clarify one thing here, too. People will talk about echo chambers on both sides. Not only does violence not exist on both sides, anyone who says that people on the right are in an echo chamber is someone who immediately is to be discounted. It is not possible in the 21st century, at any point in the 21st century, to be in a right-wing echo chamber. It's not a thing. It's not possible. You would have to have no TV. You would have to have no social media. You would have to not watch any films, listen to any mainstream bands. You would have to not attend any university or any public school, in most cases private school.
Not to mention, if it was an echo chamber, it would be an aggressive echo chamber.
Right.
That challenges your every single word.
Exactly. It's not the same. In other words, someone can go through this world. If they have liberal parents, okay, they go to public school, they go to university, they tune into ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, even Fox News to a degree. They can set their favorite tabs on their computer. They can go to Facebook and never be challenged, on Meta and YouTube, never be challenged, because they're shown the kind of content that they want. The left today can be in an echo chamber. For proof, you can see how vitriolic they are, how hateful they are by going to Reddit or these places. It is not possible to be in a right-wing echo chamber in 2025 or 2005. I've been here long enough. It's not a thing.
Did people in 2005 on the right disagree as much as they do today?
On the right?
Yeah.
You mean within the right?
Yeah.
You always had a libertarian faction and then kind of more of a traditional conservative faction.
Yeah.
But no, not as much as today.
Let's see a lot of comments and posts this weekend of people going like, oh, the right. Yeah, of course it was somebody on the right. They can't agree on anything. They all hate each other.
Yeah. Well, there is some truth to that.
And then the echo chamber comments as well. It's like, what? Make up your mind.
Yeah, and then the kind of comments of people saying we changed our bio and that it's just because people are going after clicks. That's what happens. So here's the recent poll that shows the results of this. A YouGov online poll survey asked people what political affiliation the shooter had. Okay, so 21% said Democrat. 40% said not sure. 24% said Republican. 24% of people polled online by YouGov believe that this shooter, this trans radicalized leftist shooter, or sleeping with trans, I guess we have to be careful, right? With that caveat, which let's just gay. Gay. You're gay. 24% believe that this shooter was a radicalized Republican, which, by the way, was documented, the representative of said group here.
I'm retarded?
That kid didn't deserve that.
Oh, he didn't deserve that.
No.
Poor guy.
But he's a very successful actor. He's done a lot of things.
It's so much worse than it was in Run Through.
You asked for a change.
You did. You got it.
That's awesome.
24% believe this shooter was Republican.
So stupid.
That shows you how not just hateful and dangerous and violent the left is. They don't care about the truth. You cannot discuss issues rationally with people who don't care about the truth, who, as a matter of fact, have an aversion, an allergy to the truth. Let me prove it to you. Key fact number one, Robinson is very clearly a leftist. Okay? Just to be clear, the governor confirmed it, that it was different from the family, and I believe this clip is the roommate, or is a neighbor.
No, this is the
no, this isn't the neighbor.
Utah Governor
This is
Spencer.
Just grab me all right, just
the neighbor that saw them. Yeah.
Yeah, is this what, well, let's just go to this. This is the governor first. Okay, sorry, we're still kind of flying by the seat of our pants here a little bit because we're double checking all the information. Here is the Utah governor, who has been a disappointment to many, but Spencer Cox was very, very clear that this shooter is a leftist. It's confirmed.
Anything new on the investigation? You say he admitted that, confessed?
No, not again. He is not confessed to authorities. He is not cooperating. But all the people around him are cooperating, and I think that's very important. There were reports yesterday that we can confirm that his roommate was indeed a boyfriend who is transitioning from male to female. That's information that the FBI had mentioned yesterday. We can confirm that as well, and that he is cooperating with authorities as well.
Yeah. Also, there was confirmation that Robinson said to family members that Kirk was, quote, full of hate, was spreading hate, and the slogans on the bullet casings, the round casings, "Hey fascist catch," "Bella ciao," which is an Italian anti-fascist slogan, and then there was the "Notices bulge" comment. And the reason this is important is because we had the internal memo that was leaked from someone there under the umbrella of DOJ ATF. And we brought that to you early on. And some people now are trying to say, well, that wasn't it because it has the anti-fascist stuff, which no one could have known had we not brought you that leak. And I still, again, Jay is the best to ever do it. Our undercover journalist, send your tips, continue to. All of them been protected. Fascist, obviously correct. If you want to argue the minutia that Notices bulge and the gay stuff wasn't outwardly trans, okay, that's still the memo that was circulated. And again, it matters because at that point in time, you had no information and the shooter was still out there. So knowing that this shooter shares the ideology, could be a part of Antifa, and has a radicalized leftist ideology at that point in time was not only something of value, it was necessary because many of you were about to go to church. Many of you were going to be in public settings. Many of you were still on the menu, to be clear. Here's another key fact. Not only was he a leftist, he was gay, and entrenched in the LGBTQAAIP+, they want us to say that unironically, see how far we've gone, subculture. So Governor Cox told the media that this was the case, and it was confirmed by this probably most awesome ever neighbor.
There's some published reports out there that this individual, the roommate, may have been transitioning. Did that correlate with what you saw?
Yeah, definitely.
And they were kissing?
Yeah.
Do you know, where did you see them kissing?
Just coming out. I was riding with my bike, so I didn't see the whole thing, but yeah, I saw them.
But you were sure that they were a couple, but you have only seen them together once?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, random guys don't hold hands and definitely don't kiss.
That's correct, awesome neighbor.
Yeah, he had to tell the female reporter how men operate.
Yeah, exactly.
He had no idea.
But that's the whole thing, right? That's how far we've gone. They hold you to a different standard, right? 24%, meaning more people, according to the YouGov poll, believe this shooter was Republican than Democrat, or don't know, or neither. The most likely answer of the two parties is they believe this person was a Republican because it's the same people who say, well, how do you know that they were a couple? You just saw them making out and grabbing each other's crotches once. Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, it could have been a dare, man.
Yeah, could have been a dare. Anywhere else. Any other scenario, you'd go, oh, yeah, I guess he's dating that guy. You go, why? Well, because he was grabbing him and he was kissing him and they were walking around holding hands. Oh, I guess they're an item.
I think they're dating. Why do you think so? Well, if they aren't, that's sexual assault.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why.
I think because they had their tongues down each other's throats, and I said, hey, that's two men with each other's tongues in their mouths. They must be a thing.
What else did you see? I don't know. I had to go back and take care of something.
Yeah, I just heard moaning. So,
Utah.
Leftist, gay, and the media wants you to believe, was it Krasenstein tried to say since the guy was transitioning, he's a heterosexual male?
Yeah, he's like, well, this is the guy. Technically, that person is now a woman, and so he's just a straight guy. I'm like, oh, gee, what? Okay.
Yeah, well, on my weight loss journey, I'm just going to call myself skinny.
There you go. This is
I'm transitioning.
And if you don't play by these rules, it's genocide. You're denying their existence. No, I'm not denying the existence of what it is you claim to want to be. I'm acknowledging the existence of cock and balls right there, right now.
Yes, and crazy up in the head.
Why do you deny the existence of the wiener and balls?
It's true.
Why? Why are you denying the existence of the penis? So
they'll tell you why you're obsessed with it.
Yeah, why are you obsessed with it?
Why are you obsessed with my genitalia?
Because you told me that it was a woman, and I see a penis.
Confused.
Yeah, it seems to me like you place too much emphasis. No, because you said it's not there, and it is there. It's like if someone says, hey, by the way, there is no white Jeep Cherokee on the street right in front of you in that street, and you look and you go, oh shit, white Jeep Cherokee. You're like, yeah, there is one. Why are you making a big deal out of it? Well, I didn't. You came up to me and said, I wasn't even looking for it. You said there's no white Jeep Cherokee, and I turn and it's right there. Yeah, you're obsessed with Jeep Cherokees. What? Are you a Jeep Cherokee? What the hell's happening? What is this?
Start revving.
You're Jeep white Cherokee phobic. All right. Here's key fact number 3, because the left, and this is important because Charlie Kirk was a moderate by most. I wouldn't say moderate. I would say he was consistently conservative, but in his form of rhetoric compared to others, compared to people here, we definitely are a little more overzealous. You would say more aggressive. They took his life anyway. I hope you guys are understanding that. So in order to try and distance themselves, the left, their ideology, which has bred this cancerous evil that needs to be cut out of this country. And I mean that. They try and convince you, no, well, actually, this shooter, the reason he's so hateful is that he's more right than Charlie Kirk. This was actually the work of the Groypers, and you'll hear that term quite a bit. Here's Bill Maher being stupid. Remember this next time he says something you like.
I'm hearing he may have been part of that group for whom Charlie Kirk was not right-wing enough.
You mean the Groypers, yes. I mean, so that would...
That you're sure he's not that?
I'm not sure that he's not that.
A minute ago you were sure what he was.
Hold on, Bill. Hold on. Okay, because I've been...
You were.
The extreme high likelihood, given the fact that he said to his family that Charlie Kirk was too hateful, is that he was not a Groyper, because the Groypers would have said that Charlie wasn't hateful enough.
Right.
See, there you go.
No applause to that.
Oh, yeah.
No applause to that. And the Telegraph wrote in the UK, Charlie Kirk's suspect spoke the language of the far right.
What's that?
Yeah, he spoke it between
In the
between
UK.
French kissing his male trans boyfriend.
Right. Yeah.
In the UK, the language of the far right is English.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And there are many posts with tens, potentially hundreds of millions of views calling Robinson a groiper. And by the way, if I've at any point accidentally said Tommy Robinson, just please know it's just a mistake. I don't think I have.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh.
They're very close. Yeah,
They're very close.
You're probably going to do it now, though.
I know it's going to be nice. Now, let me be clear because I can tell you this
admonish him and not
firsthand.
me when it happens.
I have had firsthand experience with the Groypers. So Groypers is a fan group that was, at least as far as I know, led by Nick Fuentes. And they are Christian white nationalists. You would see them and immediately think they're radically anti-Semitic. Yeah, they're right-wing in the sense they're anti-LGBTQ. I actually, they would follow us to not just change my minds, but events if I was even doing stand-up, and they would try and show up for Q&As and try and sort of get you, swarm you with a gotcha and trap you. And they took us off their hit list once they were embarrassed a long time ago. They are far worse than Nick Fuentes himself, I will say. I don't hold Nick Fuentes responsible for everything that the Groypers do, but there's a reason that a lot of people don't want to host Nick Fuentes, because if you do, you get swatted, you get doxxed, because these people are very unstable. This fan base, they are very radical, and I don't even necessarily know that they're right-wing so much as they simply want to be rabble-rousers. That's what they're trying to tell you now, and that's why 24% of people out there believe that this shooter was a Republican. They're still lying now, because guess what? If they get right there, you have a quarter of the country, and you have a huge portion who say, I don't know. So let's round this out. By the end of this, you might have 30, you might have 35% of the country who believe that this shooter was a radicalized right-wing extremist. Well, the reason that matters is because this is the manifestation. This is not a byproduct. This is the perfect soldier as molded and engineered by the left. And I have been here. I have been on YouTube since 2008, doing at least outwardly political content. Several years before that, just doing random sketches and comedy. I have seen the grooming. I have seen the radical ideology. I have seen the calls to action. This is the direct result. And so if they can convince a portion of the country that the monster they created is actually a byproduct of the right, of MAGA, of President Trump, then they can continue to justify more violence against you. Why? Because they've convinced a portion of this country that even this horrible, life-altering act of violence was the fault of the right wing. Just like they said, hey, the genocide, the racism, the cops hunting young black men that's actually the net result of people like Charlie Kirk, of people like you and me. They're still pushing the lie so that they can set the stage to justify more violence moving forward, and then they will blame it on you. Are you starting to get the picture? They will blame you anyway. They will round you up like cattle. They'll put you like fish in a barrel so that they can take all of you out, as many of you as possible, and then they'll say that you were the one who pulled the trigger. Don't allow them to round you up. Fight right away. Just like with the mugger, we've told you, hey, if someone wants your wallet, someone wants your watch, give it to them. If they tell you to get on your knees, you fight right now. If they tell you to get out of a public place and go into an alley, you fight right now. You have to do that with the left. If they just want to say, you suck, I hate you, fine. But if they start to escalate, they start to ask you to get to your knees. If it's raising their voice, calling you a fascist, calling you a Nazi, fomenting hatred to the gang of people there, we see how that ends up. Put a stop to it now. I am advocating for lawful, protective violence. That should be one of your tools legally at your disposal as a God-fearing American in this country, and instead you've offered grace. No more grace. They're still trying to convince you that this shooter is a radical right-wing Republican. If people believe that, they believe that Charlie Kirk got what he deserved. He didn't get what he deserved, and nor have you been in the way you've been treated. He got what the left wanted to deliver. And now they want to change the information on the sender. Don't let them do it. Vagina is exactly what I would say if I wasn't here on YouTube. So go and subscribe on Rumble. Same channel where free speech is actually alive and well. Or you can stay here and the